So it was 2017. Wakelet was redesigned, and the marketing team, led by Misbah, were trying to find a specific audience for the platform. While scrolling across his newsfeed on Twitter, he noticed a lot of discussion about the platform Storify.
So Storify was a social bookmarking platform, and it was quite awesome. It allowed people to, very quickly and easily save posts from Twitter, Facebook, and other social sites. And, we were just doing our kind of usual sort of listening on Twitter one day, and we discovered that they'd actually announced that they were going to be closing. And as sad as that was, it represented a bit of an opportunity for us.
In other words, the closing of Storify created a huge problem and a void for educators. And as a company, Wakelet felt they had a solution.
It was a brief but really productive meeting with the development team where we asked, what can we do to help these Storify users rescue their content? What can we do to make it as easy as possible for them to take their content from Storify and put it over onto a fresh new Wakelet account?
This whole experience was actually documented on the Wakelet YouTube channel.
The content aggregation platform Storify is closing its doors, which means plenty of its users are going to be looking for a place to migrate to. They've got lots of content saved on Storify, and Wakelet has a similar functionality in the sense that you can create a digital library of content. And plenty of Storify users right now are looking for a place to migrate that content that was on Storify and switch that over to Wakelet. So what we've been doing is helping them with that process.
They listened to users and responded quickly.
And within a week, the development team had created this really awesome import tool. So all Storify users had to do was go to a landing page on Wakelet, enter their Storify username, and just within a few clicks, every single piece of content that they'd ever saved on Storify would just import to a completely brand new Wakelet account. And most importantly, it would retain the way that it was organized as well.
The result? Hundreds of thousands of links from Storify were migrated almost instantly into Wakelet.
And the whole Storify situation taught us so much, most importantly, to always be listening. If we weren't listening to our community and listening to the space, we would never have discovered this. And, we may have missed a really cool opportunity there. And the second thing was just work really, really fast to deliver the right solutions. There were so many people who were panicking that years worth of Storify content would just get deleted once they closed their doors. And we realized that we needed to work really fast to create a welcoming, functional environment through that they could just make that transition to really seamlessly.
But more importantly, a new community of educators started to grow around Wakelet.
And one of the amazing residual results that came from the whole Storify situation was that Storify had this really passionate community of educators, and when they'd moved all their content over to Wakelet and settled down, they began to realize that, Wakelet wasn't just for saving tweets. They could use Wakelet to, create digital storytelling assignments, classroom newsletters, to help their students create digital portfolios, and a whole bunch of other awesome things that Storify wasn't doing. And this sparked an amazing level of passion from the educator community. They loved what we were doing. As they say, that spark became a flame, the flame became a fire, and the fire became a roaring furnace. And the education community that you see around Wakelet today, you could argue that it was all down to the fact that, we really listened to them right at the start, right when it really mattered.